I love that people saw so much potential in me, but then I felt all that pressure, like, wait guys, you're not getting to know me first. They said, oh, she's gonna be so fierce, and because she comes from Australia, she must be so good in speaking.
Yeah,
and
may
then
expectations
na. And I
na.
was like, wait lang. Actually, I even changed, like, I would wear fake tan.
Oh,
to
no!
look more, yeah, I even tried brown contacts because my
no.
my eyes are lighter. So
Yeah.
journey in Miss International was so nice, and I already feel like I've been given the platform. Feel like I don't need another crown. I don't see myself joining another pageant, whether it's in the Philippines or Australia.
Ah! Hi, Samber Nation and Sambayanan. This is Samber and welcome to another episode of the Sam Up. Mahinhinang atake natin for today because we have here Binibining Pilipinas International 2021, Hannah Arnold! Yes! Ganyan lang talaga, guys. Pag Miss International, hi! Please greet our Sambayanan and also Samber Nation.
Hi guys, it's me Hannah. I'm here with Ate Sam. Finally!
Grabe yung ate niya. Pero nasanay kasi talaga na ate Sam,
Yeah.
no? So, yun. My God, di ba ang hin-hin, guys? Ganyan lang dapat, kalma lang. Hindi yung pag-grand, gano'n. Joke lang. So, we've known each other since 2019.
Yes.
That was your first time joining.
Yes,
Yeah?
and I was already a fan of you since your 2018.
Oh!
Like,
Echos!
no,
Joke
if
lang.
you look at my camera roll, I have screenshots of you.
Oh,
yes.
totoo. Because I remember you told me that 2018, that's the time that, are you supposed to join or you're just starting to like look at the pageants
Yes.
because you will compete?
Yes, just
Ah.
starting like, oh, what's this pageant? Okay, I'm gonna train for it. So I was really a big fan of you talaga.
Oh, thank you. But 2019 is really the year that you want to compete, not 2018.
Yes, 2019.
Ah, so 2019 was my second time in joining Binibining Pilipinas. And then I saw her for the first time and I'm like, my God, this girl is really for international. Like, hello, we have no other choice. But then there's also Vicky Rushton.
Yes.
I remember, so I'm like, bahala na kayo dyan, guys. Ibang crown na lang yung iiing. Kasi sabi ko, ano ba naman itong hirap talaga sumali ng Binibini? Kasi noong 2018, I remember nung sumali si Catriona, sabi ko, tara buffet tayo guys, tas movie marathon tayo. As in, sobrang na-stress talaga ako. Sabi ko, okay, change plans tayo guys. And then noong 2019, sabi ko, hirap talaga sumali. So parang I feel like that's the beauty of pageantry before, right? You really don't know who's gonna win.
Yes.
But now these days, have your perception about beauty queens or beauty pageant changed after you win?
Honestly, yes. Kasi before, I only knew some beauty queens like Ate Pia.
Yeah.
And it seemed like how everyone explained it, that it was like, it's fate. If it's for you, it will happen.
Yeah.
Some people were kind of doubting, and then suddenly out of nowhere, she won.
Yes.
But now I feel like as candidates and beauty queens, we're kind of calculating how to win. We're really adjusting for that pageant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still very beautiful. It's still up to fate if it's for you that night. But I think we're a lot more prepared. Our outfits, our advocacies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like before we don't have the team.
Yes,
Diba?
yes.
Parang before we can do our own makeup. Do you do your own makeup in everyday Binibini?
Yeah, in the like days that we're just around
Yes.
Araneta, diba? Because
Yeah.
we're just wearing t-shirt. Parang,
True.
I want to just do it myself. Practice.
I think that's the beauty of Binibining Pilipinas because you have days that you're just waiting.
Yes.
And then you get to know more of yourself. And then also you got to prepare like your own hair, your own makeup, and you're not dependent also on your team.
Yes.
And then when you compete internationally, you are really prepared. Kasi ewan ko na lang ba naman ha, 3 months kayo nagbinibini.
know.
Hindi ka ba magiging prepared, di ba? Every day that's your thing. So, how about like your perception about beauty pageants? Is it the same? Because we all know that before Miss Universe was in Binibining Pilipinas, but now it's separated.
Well, yeah, just like you said, I think removing Universe from Binibining Pilipinas really changed the game.
Yeah.
Before, like, our batch 2019,
Yeah.
we had no idea who was gonna get what
Yes.
crown. There was 6 crowns
Yeah.
up for grabs. It was really like, okay, whatever crown they think is suited for you. But now the girls are really joining the pageant. They know their
Yes.
personality fits. Their like for me, I went back to Binibini because
Yeah.
I knew I was for international.
Yeah.
The girls that are in grand now
Yeah.
because they're very fierce. They're
Yeah.
like grabe, they're so grand.
I feel like ako din kasi hindi ako pang Binibining Pilipinas International. Tingnan niyo naman guys, ang hirap. Ang hirap gumanito na, hi, hirap, guys. Hindi, joke lang. Kasi, I mean, dati lagi natin sinasabi yung prototype, but that's really true.
Yes.
And I am so happy then that I've seen Binibini that breaking those prototypes with Angelica Lopez and also Myrna. But at the end of the day, I think Japanese people, they also love talaga their culture.
Yes.
And yung tradition pa rin natin is we have to respect that. So that's why may mold pa rin kahit papano with pageantry.
Yeah.
So ito naman, how has your mixed heritage shaped your identity? Because you're half Filipino and half Australian.
Yes.
People don't know your own story growing up, so we wanna know.
Oh, I love this actually. Thank you, Ate Sam, for giving me
Wag
the...
mo na nga ako tawagin natin sa nag-trigger ako dito. Hindi, nasanay kasi sila, di ba? Pero ano na lang, Sam. Sam.
Okay.
Edit ako na dyan.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam, for that wonderful question.
Wow.
No, I really love being Filipino-Australian. Honestly, I wouldn't be me without both of those sides. I grew up in Australia, so I do have my laid-back side, but I was enriched with the Filipino culture ever since I was younger. I'm very lucky that I was given the chance to always visit here, be engaged with like fiestas and you know the food. So I grew up really being curious about the world and everything. So I'm very, very, very happy and proud with both of my cultures. And yeah, I'm just very grateful that you're giving me this chance to talk about it.
Yeah, because I want to know, like, were you born in Australia and then raised here? Like, how old did you move here?
So I was born and raised in Australia. I lived there for 22 years.
Oh!
Yes. So I moved here, particularly for Binibining Pilipinas
Talaga? Oh my
2019.
God!
Yes.
So you need to like move here alone?
Yes, I came here alone, but I have been visiting the Philippines ever since I was 6 months old. So every year we come here. So,
Bakasyon.
yes. So actually, every time I go back to school, I honestly am looking around like, no one knows I have this double life in another country. Yeah.
Going back, you're tan. And then you
Yes.
have like this
Diba?
sunscreen. Ano to? Sunburn.
Sunburn, yes.
Sunburn.
Yeah, so I was coming here every year. I even had my debut here. But I really begged my parents, can I move to the Philippines? And they said, can you promise us you're gonna graduate university first? So I graduated in 2017, and then I was like, okay, I graduated, I'm moving.
Oh my gosh, so
Yes.
after 2017, 2018, you're already here.
Yes.
And then you have the residency and perfect for Binibining Pilipinas 2019. What draw you to Philippines? Like, bakit ka bumalik dito para ipagpatuloy kung ano yung gusto mong gawin? More than pageantry.
Okay. Well, honestly, like back in Australia on the weekends, I don't hang out with my friends. I hang out with my mom and all her best friends, all the titas.
Oh my God, Filipino titas!
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, fun fact, in high school, we even did Filipino dancing.
Yes.
I had like hip hop with other Filipinos.
Sample.
Yeah. So I really felt way more connected to the Philippines. So I didn't want to regret not living here. Like, yes, I'm Filipino Australian, but I was like to my parents, there's something about the Philippines. I want to actually move there and live there, experience it. Every time I'm with my cousins, I feel a different kind of feeling compared to when I'm with my Australian cousins. I mean, I love both families, but there's something different about the Philippines. So yeah, it's hard to explain. So I guess as this video goes on, more will come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just something inside that was like, parang,
you feel most belong in the Philippines.
Yes, yes.
I guess because you were raised also in a certain culture, and then now that you are going back here, you can really feel it eh. And I think ikaw lang yung mas makaka-feel nun. So for my next question, what challenge have you faced in embracing both cultures? Because some of my friends, they would say that, oh, if I'm a Filipino, I would say that, oh, I don't look like Filipino. If I'm Australian, I really don't also look like Australian. Do you also feel the same?
Yes, actually, a lot of people would be shocked back in Australia when I say I have, you know, Asian blood.
Yeah.
And they're like, really? You don't look like it? And of course, they don't mean any harm with it, but I would get kind of sad. Like, oh, I want to look more Filipino. Or they say, you don't look like your mom. And then I'm like, oh, but I want to look like my mom. Like, kind of like that. And then when I moved here in the Philippines, people are like, oh, but you don't really know Tagalog. So I'm like, oh no, so am I more Australian? So there's a lot of like, I mean, people don't mean harm with their comments, but it does get to me that I overthink, like, oh no, I'm not Australian enough, I'm not Filipino enough. But I'm getting there, and I'm learning to accept that that's the beauty of having two heritage.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're unique.
Yes.
You're beautifully you.
Oh,
Like, hello. I can see your resemblance, I think, face-wise with your mom.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, hello, tita. Talaga naman, bawi na lang sa next time. Ganito siguro yung anak ko, no? Ang ganda. Okay lang, pero ganito kayo, hindi ko sure. And naman, what moments made you feel the most bloom? Is it being a beauty queen or a model?
Ooh, honestly, I think my biggest moment that I felt like I bloomed was last year. I was recognized as one of the top 50 models for Mega Magazine.
Oh, congratulations!
Yes, thank you! So I was on the cover with a lot of other beautiful models that I've seen over the years. And I mean, yes, I obviously love being Miss Philippines. Wearing that sash was amazing. But there's something different with modeling because there's so many of us. So 50 sounds like a lot, but when I looked around the room, I'm like, there's so many other girls that should be here also. But the fact that I was chosen, that was amazing. Because modeling is very different to pageantry, and I'm just so grateful to be acknowledged for that.
Yay! Congratulations! You
You.
deserve it. And in modeling, I feel like you can change your personality. You have like a different identity that you can portray. Is that what really draws you in modeling more than pageantry?
Yes. Of course, I joined pageantry for the platform because I also have a background in science. So I love that I can speak about it, especially during the pandemic. I felt like, wow, my background, my degree actually has relevance in pageantry. But when it comes to modeling, I do love just being the mannequin that gets the hair and makeup done. I get to wear those outfits, and I'm the one helping tell the story of those designers, those glam teams. It's something different. There's a different feeling to it.
I think in pageantry, because you need to be more vulnerable, you're sharing your story. And I feel like you've done it already, and now you want others' stories to shine as well in modeling.
Yes, tama.
How has your journey shaped your sense of becoming? Because growing up like biracial, being a beauty queen, being here, so parang ganun.
Yes, okay. Well, like I said, I always wanted to move to the Philippines. And I think it worked out well that I had a dream for pageantry at the same time. So my first year, 2019, I was quite overwhelmed actually with the journey of pageantry. I had no idea what to expect. It was a lot more harder than I thought, because as a fan, it looks so fun, everything. It's very tiring and that. So when so when I didn't win that year, I already knew, you know what, I'm gonna take the next few months to immerse myself more in the culture, do more modeling, know more about
strengthen
myself.
your core.
Yes. You need to know more about yourself and love yourself before you get on that stage. Because I think I was affected way too much with online comments, even like how other candidates were, because we're still in a competition.
And I feel like also there's a lot of more pressure. Kasi I remember you were really trending every day. And then when she joined, talagang grabe yung expectation. Parang next Pia, where it's back. Ganong level. So parang nag-add ng pressure yun sa'yo. Na parang you just wanna be like, hello, my own identity, my own journey without that. And dun pa lang kasi nagsa-start yung transition ng Binibining Pilipinas and also Miss Universe. So everyone is really watching, right?
Actually, that you've said it like exactly what I was gonna say. Like I love that people saw so much potential in me, but then I felt all that pressure. Like, wait, guys, you're not getting to know me first. They said, oh, she's gonna be so fierce, and because she comes from Australia, she must be so good in speaking. And then
my expectations na.
And I was like, wait lang, like I actually don't want universe, I want international. And then actually during
really?
Yes.
Because everyone is begging you for universe.
And because Ati Kat had just won, so they're like another Filipino Australian. And again, I loved that. Yes. I loved being a favorite in the top picks. I'm so grateful for all the fans. But it did add a lot more pressure. And actually, I even changed, like, I would wear fake tan.
Oh,
to
no!
Look more, I even tried brown contacts because my eyes are lighter. So I was trying to look more...
I know! I thought her eyes were brown. And then nung sinabi niya, green yung... I was like, parang brown yung naalala ko. Oh
so
my
I was really
God.
changing to look more for what people were wanting. And then, yeah, that's why the second time, I was more myself. Always in pink, always in light colors, embracing, yeah, I'm Filipino-Australian. And yes, I was born with lighter skin.
Where you really felt most bloom and beautiful.
Yes.
I feel like we're all guilty at that point na parang it's really a challenge for you to discover yourself. It's part of your character development. But at the end of the day talaga, you truly shine when you become more you.
Yes.
Especially in pageantry. Kaya nga in joining pageants, our first question was like, why? And who? Like, who are you?
Yes.
And why are you joining? Why are you joining? And then, what can you offer to the table of Binibining Pilipinas? Oh my gosh, memories!
Wow, yeah,
Memories!
It feels like yesterday.
I
but
know!
it's- wow.
Parang dati lang, no, araw-araw tayo, anong pagkain nyo dyan? Anong eyeshadow natin ngayon? Di ba? Iba na. But now, oh my gosh, iba na talaga.
So
But I'm so
different.
happy that we retain like this kind of friendship. That we can talk
Yes.
about industry, beauty, and anything in between. Do you feel pressure to represent both sides of your heritage?
Actually, yes. So when I first joined in 2019, actually on Instagram, my bio was proud Filipino-Australian. And then some people were commenting like, but why do you have Australian in your bio? You're competing for Miss Philippines. And then I got so confused. I was like,
Oh my
but I'm
gosh.
proud to be both Filipino-Australian.
And
So-
that's who you are.
Yes, and sometimes my accent will come through, and yeah, again, that's who I am. And I don't want to offend my dad for saying, no, I'm just Philippines, or I don't want to offend my mom when I'm saying I'm more Australian. Because honestly, again, I wouldn't be me without both the Filipino and Australian sides. And although, yes, I'm based here in the Philippines, I really am truly proud to be Australian also, because that's where I grew up for 22 years. And yeah, there is still pressure, but that's a part of life, still learning more about yourself.
Who are your biggest role models in beauty of culture?
Oh, okay. So back in Australia, I would watch ASAP on YouTube.
Filipino ka talaga.
Yes. So on Sundays, I would quickly go onto YouTube, and you know whose face would always pop up? It was Anne Curtis.
Oh.
Yeah. So of course, she was the best role model for me, Filipino-Australian. Even my dad like had friends that were friends with Ati Anne's dad. So I was like, okay, there's connection already. So I would watch her TV shows, her movies. And as time went on, when I've seen her at events here, I love how she really embraces both Filipino and Australian cultures. She even spoke in an Australian accent recently at an Australian embassy event. So I was like, wow, that's so cute. She still has her Aussie accent. I see on Instagram, she always visits back home in Australia. She still references it as home. So I don't feel guilty also for saying, oh, this is my home, Australia is my home. Yeah, she really embraces both sides, and I love that. I'm glad we have her. And also, of course, Ati Kat. We have like so much in common. Also, when I see she goes home for Christmas to visit her parents, I'm like, oh, so am I. Like,
And this is you.
Yes.
And I am sure you're not the only one who are like experiencing these things. And now you are a representation also for those people,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So if you have one message to those people that maybe doesn't really feel belong of the community for both sides, what's your message for them?
okay, well, I mean, I honestly am still learning more about myself, how to be a good representative of both the Filipino and Australian cultures. But don't feel pressure. I know it's hard to say that when there is outside noise, people's opinions, but they don't know what's truly in your heart. So if you feel more connected to one nationality, then that's okay. And if you're still discovering your other sides, that's okay also. Like, we have so many years ahead of us. That's a part of life's journey. And I do hope that, yeah, you just don't put pressure on yourself to be the perfect representative of both sides, because we're not all of us are perfect. Like me, I'm like I said, this whole video, I'm still confused sometimes. I still have doubt if I'm doing well. Still learning Tagalog also, even though sometimes I feel more connected to my Filipino roots. It's a long journey, but as long as you have the right values, your family also is guiding you. Don't be afraid to, if you want guidance from friends or family, you can ask them. Or if you feel like it's a journey that you should do alone, then do that also. Go out there, explore the world. And if you have any questions, I'm here for you also. And let's do this together. Let's discover more about ourselves and be proud of who we are and where we come from.
Yes! Pang Miss International na yung answer. Three things come to mind. Because I feel like the biggest struggle nowadays is about building a community is always feeling belong. And not always people felt belong in certain communities. Would you say, can you cite an example, like your biggest struggle in your childhood?
In terms of...
Like anything, were you bullied or like the struggle of growing up, let's say, biracial? Parang ganun.
I think it would come down to, so I'm not sure if many people know, I do have an older sister and she's actually more morena.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So sometimes I would actually be jealous of her that she has that tan, like, oh, she looks more Asian, but she would be jealous of me with my lighter skin. So I think from an early age, I realized there's a lot of pressure with even just how we look. And imagine that was just with my sister. Like, I admired her darker skin, and then people would say, oh, she looks more Filipino, and then for me, you look more Australian. So I was like, oh, but we're both like, you know, like, there was that. But it wasn't a competition between us, and we didn't have negative thoughts. We really uplifted each other with that. That's what made us unique. So although it was like a struggle, it was also something beautiful that made me appreciate Filipinos can look so different, Australians can look so different, we can sound different. My sister really has a strong Aussie accent.
Ah, talaga?
Yes.
Stronger than you?
Yes.
Ah.
So for me, when she's talking to me, she's like, wow, you sound more Filipino now.
Ah, talaga? Oh my God. Is she still in Australia?
She's still in Australia.
Oh, what's her name?
Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. So just two of you.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Since you already represented Philippines and international stage, would you represent Australia in an international stage,
Well,
given a chance?
Well, actually, fun fact, I did Miss Philippines Australia
Oh.
2014.
Oh,
Yeah.
history!
So I used to do ballet, jazz, tap. I loved being on stage. And then, like I said, I hang out with my mom and her friends on the weekends. So they were like, Hannah, we need a representative for Miss Philippines Australia. And I had no idea about that pageant, actually.
How old were you that time?
18.
18, okay.
So I did have to ask my parents because I just started university. So they were like, okay, you're going to have to balance both. But I felt like that was the best major first pageant to join because, yeah, we were celebrating the Filipino girls growing up in Australia. I was the only representative from Canberra. There were some from Sydney, Melbourne, Queensland, all around Australia. And when we came together, we learned the dances and everything. And I felt like that was beautiful to be competing there in Australia. But I don't know if I would see myself wearing like the
Miss Universe
yeah,
Australia?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I think what I loved about that sash that it literally said Philippines Australia. And because it's a whole new game now with Universe International. And I'm very content already with my my crown here. The journey in Miss International was so nice, and I already feel like I've been given the platform, so I feel like I don't need another crown. I still have followers from Australia also, so I am quite happy to just keep on using the platform to talk about advocacies and everything. But I don't see myself joining another pageant, whether it's in the Philippines or Australia.
Nasagot na po ang ating mga questions if she will join Miss Universe. And I thank you, period. Ayan sa mga marites. Sinabi mo kanina na you grew up in Australia and then you wanna move back here to the Philippines. Of course, you have all the reasons why you moved back here. But kwentuhan mo naman kami growing up in Australia.
Okay, so in Australia, I grew up in Canberra. For those who don't know, it's the capital of Australia.
Ah, talaga?
Yes.
Oh my God, I thought Sydney.
No,
Or like, no,
it's
oh my God.
Canberra.
Again, we will spell it for you guys here.
And it's actually a very small, quiet city. So I love that that's where I grew up. But now, as I was growing older, I was like, it's too quiet for me. That's why I want the Philippines. But anyways, after school, I would do swimming lessons, ice skating lessons. I did ballet, gymnastics.
My gosh!
Yes.
Very involved in extracurricular activities.
Oo. And then my ate did like soccer, swimming. She was like a pro swimming swimmer. So I'm so grateful that my parents put us into all of that. I think that's also where my confidence came from. One of my best friends lived on the same street. So I would just walk down the street and knock on her door, like, you want to come play with me? And where we lived it's a nature reserve. So there's a lot of kangaroos.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Wow.
there's kangaroos just hopping
What
by.
a privilege.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
There's snakes also.
So, it's like not really a mountain, but also...
There is behind our houses, so we can walk up there.
So you really grew up with nature.
Nature,
That's the best. I
yes.
also grew up in Palawan. I feel like it's so important to raise a child with that kind of nature.
So I am very grateful for that. And I think that's because of that upbringing that I appreciate so much more. Like, going back to the province, my mom is from Masbate. So when I go there also, I'm like, the trees, the water.
So you went there every summer?
Yes.
Every summer. So you go to school and then every summer. Ang saya.
Yes.
Ano yung pinaka-favorite mong na-experience mo in Philippines?
Ooh, okay, so another fun fact, I was actually crowned Baby Queen 2002.
Ang dami mo palang title!
Yeah, so in Masbate, in San Fernando, Masbate, we have fiesta every June. So I won Baby Queen 2002.
How old were you?
I was 6 years
Oh
old.
my God.
Yes.
So cute.
So I had a float. I was waving at everyone. I had no idea what had just happened. But I always have flashbacks of it until now because I remember my Lola was front row and then we were all dancing and then just all my cousins coming together. And I remember, going back to school being like, they don't know that I'm a queen in another life.
I'm living this dual life.
Legit like Hannah Montana, best of both worlds. So that's really my biggest favorite memory. And that's why you know how some people have dreams of going to Europe or something. Growing up, I was always like, no, I just want to keep on coming back to the Philippines. So I love that my parents really push for us to always come back during school holidays. And I know not all of us are lucky to have that. So thank you so much to my parents for always, bringing us. And my mom definitely kept us very involved with the Filipino culture, with the food, and watching teleseries. So I'm really grateful that that's what my upbringing was like.
Yeah, it's very unique. It's very you. And thank you, parents, for raising a beautiful child like Hannah. And also Angela. Hi! I hope to meet her soon.
Yes.
We didn't meet her when we went to Australia.
Oh yeah. Only I did. Sorry.
Next time.
Yes.
Yeah, next time. Okay, we are down to our last 3 questions. What's one turning point or season in your life that you never felt enough? And how did it shape you?
Okay, I think we were candidates during 2020. I think that's the time when the world stood still. I was really questioning. We were already candidates for Binibining Pilipinas. We were maybe a few weeks in, and then suddenly everything stopped, lockdown happened, and I was like, what is the relevance of pageantry now? What am I doing? People were saying, like, where are you candidates? What are you doing? But it was our first time experiencing such a thing. So I had no idea what to do. Like, should I post things? Or am I supposed to, we were all doing TikToks, parang how do we stay happy? But I was really conflicted. Like, I have a degree in science. Should I be focusing on this? But then I really just prayed about it. And then I was like, you know what I'm doing is, it's the best I can do for what situation we're in. I shouldn't get angry at myself for not being enough in what I'm doing. And then it turned out that having my science background was such a nice thing to talk about as a candidate. We realized that scientists should be appreciated more, the vaccines were in demand, And actually, during my winning night on coronation, we were given 30 seconds to speak about what we learned during the pandemic. And I spoke about science. And then I became an ambassador for Department of Science and Tech. So who would have thought that at the start of pandemic, I was having all these doubts if I'm even relevant here, what am I doing? And then in the end, it ended up being my winning thing. So we just have to, like you always say, let go and let God. Diba? Like, just trust Him and know that if that's your path you're supposed to be on, it will happen. It will make sense eventually.
Ganda nun, wala na ko i-add. So naman, if you were to give a title or the season of your life right now, your own the sum up, what would it be and why?
I love this. I love this. Well, I always describe myself, like my nickname is Han. I think I would call it Hopeful Han, because I remained hopeful over these years. Where I am now is because I kept
your heart.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm just like listening to the beat of your heart. Sorry, go.
What happened? I just really remained hopeful. I kept the faith. And until now, there's still a long way to go with life. Of course, there's still much more to achieve. I will only be able to be in this industry, until a certain age or until my body changes or stuff like that. So I still need to remain hopeful that the future will be beautiful also. But I'm also hopeful that our community will get better, that our future beauty queens will also make a big impact in the community. So I think, right now my life is, named Hopeful Han.
Yeah, I love it. And then our last question is, what promise or message would you give to your future self?
Oh, hi Hannah. Hi Hannah Constantino Arnold. Honestly, I'm so proud of how far you've come already. You've represented both cultures so beautifully as the best that you can. You're just 29, so don't have so much pressure on yourself. But in the future, I hope you are still positive with life, still grateful for the little things, and just trusting God still, because everything will work out. And I know when you watch this in the future, you're gonna be smiling with those that love you around you, and you're still gonna be making an impact in the community. So I'm proud of you, and thank you for not giving up.
Yay! That's so powerful. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you, Ate Sam.
Oh my gosh. Maybe invite her Sambar Nation and Sambayanan, and where can they follow you?
Okay, hi guys, it's me still. Follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to follow me, my Instagram is ArnoldHan_. On Facebook, it's Hannah Constantino Arnold.
Thank you so much.
Aww,
Thank you so
thank you.
much. Dapat mahinhin lang tayo, guys. It's so powerful. Wala na akong idadagdag. Thank you so much, guys. Sambar Nation. Di bagay? Sambar Nation, Sambayanan. Always remember, you are not behind, you are becoming. This is Sambar, and that wraps up the Sam Up! Thank you so much, Hannah. That's it.
Thank you.
So that's the gist of all of it. Like, you're not